Hey Gutfoxx here. This will be the most important video you'll ever watch on MLB The Show's market. If you have any questions, if you're new to the game, old to the game, we're going to talk about some stuff and hopefully it's going to educate you quite a bit on a lot of things you need to be thinking about going forward with the market. So, what's going on? I did a video on flipping before. We're not going to talk about flipping in this video. Maybe I'll talk about it for a second. Flipping is when you buy a card for the sell now. You see that column right there? It says 79K. You buy it for 79,001, you sell it for 90,797, and you profit on the difference in stubs minus the 10% tax. And you do that, it's better off done on lower end stuff. These things flip quite quickly. I think silver's a solid ones to start off on. Low risk and very good return when you do it within high quantity, and it's very fast. So these things turn over quite a bit. Lots of stubs to be made there in flipping. Okay, this is besides that. An investment video. This is not going to be an investment video. We're going to do a specific investment videos, or maybe going forward, every maybe few weeks, something players to look at that could go up. Obviously, you can tell who the market thinks is going to go up by like these live series cards that are going for a significantly amount more stubs more than guys around them. Everybody thinks Ohtani's going up because of his killer pace that he's on. Burns, people are already speculating on because, you know, those are thousands of stubs. Now, silvers would only go to gold and be quick sold for 1,000. So Burns, people are thinking maybe he's going to go up to diamond at this basically anticipation rate as that it's at. So, anyways, that's also not going to talk. We're not going to talk about that very much in this video at all. Let's talk about launch night and tonight specifically and what's going down. What do I think is going to happen? I sadly will not be streaming tonight over at twitch.tv/Gutfoxx because I got the baby and I don't want Foxy to be sleep deprived. So everybody's got questions about, you know, Mike Trout and stuff. And is he going to go up? Is he going to go down? What's going to happen? Now, generally when a lot of players get the game, one of the first things they do is rip packs. Now, I don't know if SDS, if they're going to put in new packs tonight. They did something earlier today with that card. You probably saw my video on the new headliner packs today. We lost a lot in those packs. They weren't very good. Generally, headliners are major L's. But what's going to happen to these things? So if a lot of people pull packs as they get the game, as they spend their money that they were going to spend on the game, but they got it for free with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, they're going to buy packs. And when packs are ripped, these cards go down. Now, people not necessarily when they have their stubs, they're not necessarily going to buy packs. They couldn't necessarily buy the cards, but there's a lot of degenerates in this card market. So I do expect some of these cards maybe in the mid to you know, middle 80s, 85 and lower. Maybe will go down quite a bit. The high ends, that's to be seen, okay? That we don't know. So probably going to go down tonight, you know, especially if they introduce a new pack with decent odds in the pack right here in this buy now spot, even though they already did it today earlier. That would be like double dipping, but you know, it is launch night for Sony San Diego. I think servers are going to be stressed like crazy tonight. We'll see if they have anticipated the Xbox market blowing up like we all think it will. So expect slow servers and maybe things won't happen because maybe, you know, servers just won't be on tonight. I don't know. I do want to talk about these exchanges though. I don't really see a lot of people talk about these very much, generally because they're not that great. They're not that great. We're not that drunk. Okay, so silver players for gold players. Basically, it's weird because it's like, you know, a number that you got to reach, 18,000. I think the best ratio, and this isn't like always a set in stone thing, is these 77s. Obviously, you can get cheap 78s. It's a slightly better value. But generally, if you put in, you know, 77s, what is it? 677s for 18,000 points right there. You see above my head. To get a gold player. Now, gold players have a wide variety of costs, right? Or how much they're going for in the market. If you pull an 84 gold, that's a big W, okay? 84 golds, I went to my binder for some reason instead of the market because I'm not a smart man. Marketplace, MLB. So, if you're paying about, you know, if you look at these 77s, and how much they're going for, you can basically buy them off sell now at 194. So like we'll say 200. If you're gonna average 200 per acquisition of these 77s, then you'll exchange them 6 to 1. So you're basically putting 1,200 stubs into it for a potential 84 at top. Now the 84s, I don't know if you can get these prospect cards in return or not. If you get those prospect cards, that's great. But say you can't. Okay, say you can just get live series, which might be the case. I'm not sure. But like there's some big wins. Like Trey Turner's a big W. Any of these things in here, if you're spending 1,200 stubs to make back 3,000, that's great. But Sadly, there is downsides, right? If you don't get those 83 overall pulls, Gallo's a great pull too, since he at the buy now price is going for 5,700, 3,900, 4,400 for Baez here. But if you start to get down towards these things, you're gonna start to lose if you get guys like if you get a Luke Voigt, an 82. Suarez is a W, but like some of these things in here are W. So it's not risk free. It's a gamble. I think some people have done okay on these, but that's overall like, you know, it's not like a perfect 100% method to make stubs. And plus, if a lot of people do this, the market shifts. So FYI on that. If you pull an 80, outside of a few of them, Taylor Rogers is a W, but outside of a few of them, a few of the other ones are going to be L's. So maybe a large sample size will pay off for you, but if you only pull like 3 or 4 of them, you can definitely take L's if you get some bad RNG on your side. So exchanges, something to look at too, okay? Events. I want to talk about timing of cards. So we got an event in the game now, and it's going to go for about a little over a week more. 8 days, I think, is left in the event. It ends Tuesday, April 27th at 11 a.m. Pacific. So, yeah, about 8 days, okay? So, event cards, it's not a bad idea to rush through, get the top-end event card, which, you know, I haven't been able to, like, really rush through. I've been trying and I've been grinding for 40 wins here to get this Cabrera. He is now going down in price. He's down to 70K. Well, I guess buying out 100K. But anyways, after it's gone, sometimes they dip down and they go up slightly because they're not supplied anymore. So, it's not a bad idea to invest in, say, like a card that's pretty good. And this Cabrera card's pretty good, right? It crushes righties. Maybe it's a little weak against lefties, but a reverse split right-hander's not a bad thing to have overall. So, he's a cool card, okay? It's not a bad idea to grab one near the event end. I do not believe this event will be a 2-part event. It does say part 2, but I really hope they add more wins on the end, because if they don't, that'd be kind of I'd be kind of disappointed grinding it for Miggy. But that's the chance you take is maybe there's part 2 and then more people will be able to grind for Miggy. But that's that for events. But part 2 might screw us over. Also, for investing in like inning players, if you guys, you know, when you look at these programs, the first inning, Piazza, Fernando Valenzuela, and Kenny Lofton right there. Generally, right away they go for a lot and they sink. And then about a week before the inning changes over, they announce it whenever just kind of getting hyped for the new inning. They go up a little bit because people get them for the voucher for the new inning to accomplish the second inning quicker. Now, it's not a bad idea to go ahead and grab these things near the end of the cycle if you're going to use them at all. That's the best time. About a week beforehand, I'd say is an okay time frame to grab one of these first inning guys. If you're not going to, you know, if you want them all, obviously you'll grind for one and then you'll have to buy the other 2. Piazza should be really good this year, according to Gunsky too. So anyways, that not a bad idea if that's when you want to get those program cards too. So, should you be targeting the live series collection is a question I get quite a bit on Twitch. What's going on? Should I go after? Should I collect all the cards? My response is generally, like, I mean, is it worth it to you? How much are you going to play in this game? Like, what else are you going to be doing with your time, right? The live series collection has got quite a bit. Let me actually show it off. Of the top end cards, right? Like Chipper Jones is an end game third baseman, switch hitter. I mean, he's basically everybody's favorite third baseman every year. He crushes lefties. He's very good against righties, especially with the +5s that he will be able to get with the once you parallel him. So overall, end game third baseman. Why not, right? The only downside is that if SDS starts to basically inflate overalls and they start putting out a lot of cards that hit those like high 90s pretty soon here, then you're like, well, why did I lock in for all these live series guys since SDS is going to start giving us 95s, 99s, whatever it is. Hopefully they don't do that. Soriano's also an endgame second baseman, probably one of the best second basemans we've seen all year. In years, right? Alfonso Soriano on this card. I mean, flexibility, maybe he's even better outfield because of his range, arm, fielding, that kind of stuff. So overall, Soriano's also endgame. So might as well. And then David Ortiz, it's a first baseman. It's whatever. He's got really good hitting stats, but he's kind of boring, I guess, in my opinion. Obviously, you're a Red Sox fan. You don't think he's boring at all. You love him for his big poppiness. But overall, I mean, there's a lot of good cards to get. Obviously, Tanana is one of the top probably 3 pitchers in the game right now, too, bringing this stuff from the left side. The sweeping curve at 73 and a 98 mile per hour fastball. It's kind of wild. But overall, should you be going for it? Sure, why not? Maybe I'll do a video on like the best series to go through. and lock in first. Maybe that's not a bad idea. If you guys like that as video, let me know in the comment section if you want me to like rank them for which ones you guys should go after first. But yeah, also content came out today. I want to make a mention. Generally is a good day to buy when content comes out because people are going to rip a lot of packs, buy stubs, rip packs for that new content, and the market does go down a little bit. Now, how significant? I'd say, I don't know, we'll just I'll pull a random number out of ether, 8%. We'll say average 8% that goes down. I'd like to see actual numbers on that, but it generally does feel like it goes down a little bit because people pull packs, right? They use their stubs then to pull packs, and so like the stub numbers deflate, which of course brings prices down with them, and card number go up, right? Stub number go down, card number go up when people rip packs. So that brings a little bit of a lowering the price. Now, a few days later, people build up their stubs, and players are buying maybe more top-end cards as they're acquiring those stubs. Cards go up a little bit. That's the general thing that I've seen over the past few years when they bring out content in this game. That's kind of the cycle, right? So there's like 2 dips a week for the new content out. Today was Monday, but we'll see if they last year they were on like a Tuesday, Friday schedule. We'll see what they have now. And that's all I want to talk about, right? I don't know what else you guys want to know about the market, the buy now, sell now stuff. I did a video, the beginner's guide to Diamond Dynasty. I did, I think, a market video before this where I talk about more of the basics of the market and those. So take a look at those. But that's basically what I want to talk about with some of like the ebbs and flow of the market, some of the things that people are overlooking for the market. But thanks for watching. Please thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe too. Thumbs it down if you didn't. Let me know in the comment section what I can do better. Always appreciate it. But thanks for watching. Call to action. I'll see ya tomorrow.